linked to other parts of our body, be it a bigger, tighter muscle group or some little bit of misalignment. And so we'll be doing some really gentle stuff to bring our legs and hips into alignment today. For this video, we'll be using 2 props. Now you can easily find these items in most households. We'll be using a long, thin piece of fabric. So you could use a belt, you could use an old tie. Karina suggested using a pair of slightly stretchy yoga pants. And so we'll be using this on the bottoms of our feet to get some good stretch out of our legs. And so for our second prop, you can use a blanket or a towel. I've folded this blanket into quarters. And so really we're looking for, maybe 1 inch to 2 inches, and you can play with thickness, but this is going to be for our final resting pose, which is also an incredible back stretch. All right, so join me if you will, laying down on your backs. I recommend taking just a few seconds to make sure you're comfortable. Maybe push into your heels and lift your hips up a little bit. Elbows, lift up your back and chest. Lift your head up. You just want to feel really good. All right, so first thing, put your hands on your knees, fingers facing forward. Gently inhale as you pull your knees towards your chest. Very gently. Exhale, extend. Let's do this about 2 or 3 more times. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. So what this does is it very gently brings your low back into alignment. And so we'll be doing this movement in between the various stretches, just so that we are constantly coming back and protecting our low back. All right, for our first movement, go ahead and move your feet out a few inches so that they're just, they're either hip width apart or a little bit wider. And we're just going to really gently windshield our knees back and forth. What we're looking for is a gentle massage of our glutes. Let's go back to our low back alignment, inhaling and exhaling. And let's do those windshield wiper knees again. Now, depending on your flexibility, you might not be moving your knees over as far, or you might even be bringing them directly to the floor. But really, the main thing we're looking for is just bringing a little bit of attention and massage into the glutes. All right, from here, go ahead and cross one knee, cross one ankle over the opposite knee, and flex the foot. This will protect your knee joint, and we are all about protecting our knees. Very gently lift up that standing bent knee. And you can either clasp your hands behind your thigh, in front on your calf, or sometimes people they'll have one arm in their knee and the other hands are behind the thigh, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Because again, we're going pretty gently today. So I want you to inhale and then exhale. Bring your knee back and down. And so we want to be really careful that if you're feeling a really sharp stretching sensation anywhere close to a bone, that's a sign to back up, right? The stretching is only good when it gets into the belly of the muscle. If we feel that stretch too close to the bone, there's some joint tendon stuff going on. So again, inhale, bringing in the knee. Oh, exhale, and then inhale. Let's do that nice gentle stretch. All right. Let's go ahead and come back to our low back alignment. Hands on the knees, inhaling, bringing the knees in. Exhaling out. One more time. All right, and let's go ahead and switch sides. Opposite ankle on opposite knee. Foot flexed to bend the knee. And remember, we have asymmetry on either side of our body. So each side might stretch in a different way. So for example, you might be able to tell that my right side is a little tighter than my left. And so I'm going to modify a little bit. I will not be going as deep. All right, so inhaling. Exhaling down. And you can play with whether you inhale or exhale on the stretch. You can even hold and breathe. And let's go ahead and come down and back into our little low back. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and repeat the bent knee stretch again, and this time we're going to incorporate some holds. So by holding, I simply mean we're gonna, hold the pose and breathe. Coming out on my exhale. Switching sides. Since this side is a little tighter, I'm going to kind of play around with where everything is in space to try and find, a little bit that's a little bit more of a sweet spot. Align our low backs. Inhaling, knees in. Exhaling, knees out. And so I don't know if you can tell visually, but it's already effortless to bring my knees in a few inches closer to my belly. Okay. So we're going to do two variations of a fairly similar leg stretch. And so we'll be bringing one knee either into our body or straight up into the air. The leg that's on the floor, if you have a tight low back, I recommend leaving your leg bent. If you're just wanting to be a little bit more gentle, leave your leg bent. If you are looking for a deeper stretch, you can start out with your legs straight, or upon, repeating this a few times, you can straighten out the leg if you want that deeper stretch. But again, we want to meet ourselves where we're at with compassion. So I will definitely be leaving my leg bent today. Okay. So I'm going to bring my hands around my knee, kind of press into this this bent knee a little bit. If your leg was on the floor, I'd want you to flex your foot and, almost press of your chest. So the nipple, basically. All right, let's bring it out. And then so we're gonna bring the knee in across the midline a little bit, and then we're gonna bring the knee out a little bit. So we're stretching the same area, but in different ways. So we're accessing